Hey guys, so I'm very excited to film today's video. It is going to be my 2021 holiday gift guide, and I think of gifting as being my love language, if you're familiar with those types of ways that people express affection. So I like to give gifts. I really take joy in kind of thinking up the perfect gift for someone that I think they'll really enjoy. Ironically, I think I am somewhat difficult to shop for because I have a tendency to just go out and buy whatever I want for myself, but I take special joy in thinking of something, spending the time to really find the perfect gift. So as I see things over the course of the year that I think would make a good gift for someone, I usually go ahead and pick up that item, especially if it's on a good deal or whatever. And that also helps kind of spread out the expense when it comes to buying gifts for people. So if you have people in your life that you find are difficult to shop for, you just never know what to get them, hopefully I have some different ideas for you to consider that you might not have thought of yourself. And I did want to mention that today's video is in collaboration with Luisa, which is an affordable and sustainable jewelry brand based in New York. So I will be talking about them as a possible source of gifts, but I have a lot of different ideas as well. So thank you to Luisa for partnering with me on this video. So as I mentioned, I like to kind of pick out things throughout the year. I'm just that kind of shopper. But I would urge you, if you are a kind of last minute shopper this year especially, that you maybe go ahead and place your orders, you go out and purchase those gifts, because as we've all heard with the supply chain issues and just the mail being kind of unreliable sometimes, I think one of the major ways you can reduce holiday stress is just to cross people off your gift giving list and not have to worry about it. So right now is an especially good time to shop at Luisa because they are currently offering 20% off their entire website. So more than their usual 10%, you can get 20% off. And when you are buying for a lot of people, it can get really expensive. So Luisa does offer a lot of affordable pieces. They offer really well-made, sustainably made jewelry pieces as low as $40 or $50 with the discount, and these are made out of gold and silver, so it's not sort of cheap sort of Target jewelry. It is really nice jewelry. And they also do have kind of nice little presentation pouches. So this is what some of the pouches look like for the earrings. They have little magnet closures. So you could just get a nice little gift box. I got this set of 2 from Target in the dollar spot. I think it was $3 for 2. And this way you can reuse it, if you're concerned about the environment and waste and all that. Or I know they have like nice little cloth type reusable gift packaging as well. But yeah, you could just put your little jewelry pouch in there. This one might be a little small actually. Put it in there with a little bit of like tissue paper and just put a bow on the top and a label, and you have a nice, really elegant gift to give someone that is both environmentally conscious and affordable for you as well. So I think it would make a really great gift. And they also have a lot of different types of styles. So right now I am wearing the Celeste earrings. So these are similar to, let's go ahead and zoom you in. So these are similar to the kind of mismatched or asymmetrical pair that I showed you in my Halloween video, but these are a lot more, I think, holiday appropriate. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of gold jewelry normally, but I will make some exceptions from time to time, and it's nice to have a little bit of variety in your jewelry wardrobe. I also have this necklace to show you. It's just a really nice, delicate pendant on a silver chain. And I will have close-ups to show you. So this has a couple different length options. So you can see they have those larger circles, so you can just choose whichever length works for you. And I believe this necklace is actually on final sale. So if you're interested in this necklace, you definitely want to place your order sooner rather than later. But I believe you also can get 30% off of this one. So just a nice kind of delicate pendant like so. And this one, by the way, came in this kind of style of pouch. Nice like black velvet. And then the last pair I have to show you is a pair that I think I'm going to give my mom. So they offer a lot of different styles, and some are, I would say, a little bit more on the trendy side, like they have the like safety pin earrings and that kind of thing. But they also have some just really beautiful classic type hoop earrings. So these are the Suzanne mediums, and I think my mom would really like these. So these I don't have any issues with like the hoop size or anything. So I think so because I'm going to give these to my mom, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if I try them on for you. So yeah, so definitely Huggies, but I think they're a good size Huggy. So I think that's a nice kind of classic style that really anyone could wear. All right, but I think I'm going to put the other ones back in. I always like to have the moon kind of facing in for whatever reason. Okay, so obviously jewelry is kind of a very classic kind of category of gift, but it can get very expensive. So I think that's a way to give a very thoughtful gift that's still very affordable. So that's definitely one thing you can look at. Moving on to my second type of category of suggestions, and that is candles. So if you know someone who enjoys candles, but maybe wouldn't go out and spend money on like a nice luxury candle, I think that's a really nice way to treat someone because they can get quite expensive. I try to keep my gift giving per person like under $100 or so. So you can definitely still fit within that budget, but still give a very nice gift. So the first brand I wanted to bring up is Otherland. And these candles are sold at Sephora, but I think if you want to get this nice gift kind of packaging presentation, I think you might have to go to their website. So I actually got this last year, but they have kind of reprised this whole packaging and the candles I'm going to show you. So if you just wanted to buy the candles individually, you can, I think, just get them at Sephora or whatever. But this one has a magnetic flap, and there's a little kind of gift area. And as you can see, I had it to me from me. And then they have this really beautiful kind of blue, this folds down as well, cover that lifts off, and it has some nice gold foiling. It's a little heavy to keep holding up. So yeah, so really nice artwork on that. And this right here is actually a book of matches. So I usually use like a electric or gas lighter because matches kind of scare me. These are really cool ones though. They are just solid black. So anyway, so that fits in this little kind of sleeve. And then this is what the candles look like. So you can pick out a set of any three that you want and put them in there. And like I said, they have brought back these particular scents, so I will show them. And these are, you know, really well protected and put in there with this kind of foam. So if you did have to ship something, you wouldn't have to worry about it breaking. So the first one I have here is Old Fashioned. I just have to show you the artwork because it's so beautiful. I love that kind of Art Deco look to it. And they have the notes on the top here. So it's plum brandy, worn leather, and dried fruit. So that comes off, and I haven't actually burned this one yet. I don't think this one is my favorite, but I haven't burned it, so I'm not sure exactly how it would kind of smell once it's being burned. So that's one. I do love the artwork though. The next one is Fallen Fir, and this has notes of balsam fir, musk, and winter spice. And this one I have burned a decent bit. And this one has a very kind of smoky scent to it. I don't know if that's the musk or something, but I would say if you like a nice fireside candle, I think this one is definitely worth looking at. And then the last one is probably my favorite in terms of the artwork, and this is Moonstruck. And the notes on this one are sweet myrrh, white mahogany, and smoked birch. And this one has like it's kind of incense, but it's a little bit kind of sweeter and softer, I think. And you think about myrrh as being kind of one of the gifts from the three wise men, so this would kind of make a great Christmas scent as well, but I think you could burn it well into the new year and it wouldn't read too Christmassy. So those are the three that I have, and like I said, you can get the same, I think, gift packaging. I think you might also get a discount if you buy 3. They just launched an additional kind of set of candles as well. So each of those candles that I just showed you is $36 a piece. So if you had a lower budget, maybe under $50, and you just wanted to buy one nice candle, I think that would make a great one. They also have one called Silk Pajamas, which is really fun. That one has notes of crystal ginger, bergamot zest, and spiced yuzu. And then there is Sacred Dusk, which has notes of Palo Santo, crimson incense, and cypress bark. And the last one that I haven't talked about is Black Velvet, and that has notes of alpine violet, iris woods, and night blooming jasmine. So different kind of floral and fruity notes. Those are really nice. And it looks like the Otherland website, you can get a 10% discount if you sign up for their emails, and they have free shipping on $50 and over. The new collection they have is called Adorned. It says, a dazzling disco of sparkling delight. Meet our 6 new winter jewels. And they have one I wanted to mention that I thought might be especially relevant to any beauty lovers. And that one is called Boudoir Rouge. That has notes of vintage lipstick, Amarena cherry, and glacé violet. I think I said all those words right. So that one's really fun. It kind of reminded me of the replica lipstick on scent that might be discontinued, but as far as having lipstick as a note in a fragrance, that just kind of reminded me of that. There's also a candle called Dessert First, which has notes of ginger snap, black cardamom, and milky tea, so that sounds like a really nice gourmand type fragrance. There is Cinnamon Musk, which has notes of Ceylon, cinnamon, creamy almond, and amber. Pomander Woods, which has notes of honeybell orange, toasted cloves, and dark mahogany. There's Alpine Crystal, which has notes of juniper sprig, icy tonic, and lemon fizz. So that sounds like a really kind of fresh type candle. And the last one here is called Forest Vale, and that has notes of chalet cedar, antique sandalwood, and emerald vetiver. Yeah, so you can build a 3-pack and save. There's the black box I showed you, and also a white box if you're, I guess, picking from their other collections. So yeah, so I think, you know, they're just a really kind of unique candle company. So I will mention one more candle kind of collection that is a little bit more seasonal. I'm kind of on the fence about giving people candles that are very Christmassy, because by the time they get them, the holiday season is basically over, and so then they're going into the new year with all these Christmas candles hanging around. But the Nest holiday candle is a cult favorite for a reason. That one's wonderful. I have the diffuser in my bathroom right now. You can buy sets that have like the diffuser and the candle, or you can buy little votives. They have all different sizes, and that's one of the great things about candles, is that a lot of times you do have those different sizes to choose from, so depending on your budget you can choose accordingly. So yeah, so Nest makes beautiful candles. I also like their grapefruit candle from their normal line. And then Diptyque. So Diptyque is another, you know, bougie candle brand. And this is the set from last year. So every year they come out with a different kind of theming. They come out with different scents and everything. But this, I think, was a set of three 70-gram candles. So each of these is 2.4 ounces. So I think this is basically the votive size is what you would call it. Usually they have one pine candle, one kind of more gourmand candle, and then one that's maybe floral. So as you can see, I burned all of these, and this was last year's set. So the set this year is different. It's really, I think, kind of simple but elegant looking. They have what they call a biscuit scent, which is kind of intriguing to me. But I just wanted to point out as kind of an example of their packaging. I think a set of 3 votives like this will set you back, I think, around $100. But even though these are on the smaller side, part of what makes diptyque candles so amazing is that they have a very strong throw and like strength just for their size. So again, if you really want to go all out, and especially if you know someone who likes candles, I think this would be a very impressive gift to give someone. And then lastly, this is kind of, I wouldn't say it's a gag gift, but if you know someone who's really into Schitt's Creek, the television show, you may know about Rose Apothecary, which is the little store that David sets up. So he set up that store. It was fictional, but Beekman 1802, which is like a skincare, body care type brand, they actually made products that were branded with Rose Apothecary. So I'll let you get a good look at that label. And this was a set of 3 votives. Oops, all the stuff is coming out. And as you can see, I've basically burned 2 all the way up, and then this one just has a little bit that I've burned. So I think this particular votive set is sold out, but I think they have one larger candle that you can buy. So, you know, you could give someone 1 large candle as opposed to 3 votives. But this has a really nice, strong rose scent to it. Like just a really kind of clean, natural, fresh rose. So if you know someone who likes Schitt's Creek and would like a rose scented candle, then they might like that. And even if they maybe aren't so big into rose, but they like Schitt's Creek, maybe they would kind of find that funny. All right, so we talked about jewelry and candles. The next thing I wanted to talk about was perfume. So what I would recommend doing with perfume, unless you know someone who has like their perfume, their signature scent, whatever, and they would love to have another bottle of that, I guess you just have to make sure that no one else is buying that gift for that person as well. But if that's not the case, or you just know someone who might enjoy kind of experimenting with some different scents, I think the little kind of sets that come out that have a variety of different fragrances are a really good thing to look at. In particular, there are the like Sephora favorite sets. They have little travel sizes or little vial samples of perfumes of, you know, different brands, different types of scents, all that. And whoever you give it to can try them all and then decide which one they like the best and then redeem that certificate. I think I've heard now that you can actually redeem their certificate online. It used to be that you could only redeem it in store, which obviously would make it a little bit more of a chore for someone to do. But I think now with that online option, especially as I think more people are shopping online or just not going to the stores as much, that would make it just that much better of a gift, I think. So they have those for both men and women. They have ones that will redeem for like a travel spray or rollerball that are less expensive. They have larger ones. And even if you're shopping for yourself, which, you know, that happens, and if you have a particular fragrance that you want to buy for yourself, it's worth taking a look at those sets, because sometimes that set is less expensive than the price of the perfume. So you can get the set and then redeem it for the perfume that you were going to buy anyway. So you save some money that way. I don't know if I'll be able to get this video up by Monday when the Sephora sale ends, but obviously if you can apply the kind of VIB discount or whatever to your order and save more money that way, even better. And Ulta has also started doing these kind of fragrance samplers. And then there's also like beauty little kits and skincare kits. So I think that's a great thing to take a look at. Another set I did want to call your attention to is the Jo Malone little sampler. So again, this one is from last year. So the packaging looks a little bit different, and I'm not sure if the fragrances have changed. These are just kind of their normal scents. So this one had English Pear Freesia, Wild Bluebell, Honeysuckle and Divana, Wood Sage and Sea Salt, and Pomegranate Noir. So really kind of generous little sprays here, and they have different types of scents. So I think between the 5, you know, there's probably at least one that someone would really enjoy, and that way they get to try out a lot of different scents and figure out what their favorite is. So yeah, definitely recommend taking a look at these as well. And then next category of kind of beauty related, I wanted to talk about kind of luxury brushes. So with my Christmas money last year from my mother-in-law, I bought the Sonia G, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to like find all of them. I think this was like the Sky set from Beautylish. So just, you know, really lovely, soft, Japanese made brushes. So yeah, so I think really nice brushes like this are a really nice thing to give, and they won't kind of go bad. You know, if someone takes care of them, they can last for years. So I recommend taking a look at Beautylish. I think is the best kind of all-around retailer of luxury brushes. So if you're buying for someone who is maybe kind of into makeup but is maybe looking to kind of up their game or whatever, I think Rephr is a great place to look. I've used a lot of their brushes. Their number 22 is my go-to bronzer brush. I have a variety of different handle types. I think now everything is going to, if I can find one, this like all black matte look. So this 22 is a great bronzer brush. This is the number 5 brush. And I use a lot of different eye brushes from them. Like in my swatching videos, I use the number 2 and the, what is it, 21 brush. And then, you know, they have great pencil brushes. I use their eyelash curler. So again, if you're looking to kind of set someone up with, these are predominantly natural hair Japanese made brushes, but they're not going to break the bank. And I think they're going to have different like Black Friday deals and that sort of thing. So it looks like for Black Friday, they're going to have store-wide 50% off. And you can sign up for early access. So just to give you kind of a sense of their pricing. So they have like a flagship eye set that has 6 brushes that come out to $12 each. So that's $72. So again, like buying it all at once for someone, like it adds up. But I think presenting it in that way is a great kind of way to get someone started and upgrade their kind of brush game. The bronzer brush that I showed you, 22, that is normally $110, but it will be $55 for Black Friday. And Rephr does have Afterpay as well, if that would help you kind of budget a little bit better. So yeah, so I mean, they're not like drugstore priced brushes, but they're not gonna be as expensive as Sonia G. So they're kind of somewhere in between, but they, again, I think are really nicely made Japanese natural hair brushes. Okay, so that is it for brushes. Okay, so the next one is kind of a wild card, I would say, and that is stamps. So hear me out. So I'm not suggesting that you go to the grocery store or something and just get, you know, a normal pack of stamps out of the till or anything. So I have an example here to show you. So the US Post Office, or Postal Service, I guess, does kind of make products specifically targeted to collectors. So we have this particular framed, I think these are called like first edition or release, first release, whatever. But it's the 1969 First Moon Landing. This came out in 2019, so it was like the 50th anniversary, I believe. So yeah, so, you know, someone who may not necessarily be like a stamp collector, but it's going to reflect. But they have lots of different, let's see if I can get a zoom in. But they have lots of different types of stamps dedicated to different interests. I think there was one for Arnold Palmer, the golfer. I think there was Marvin Gaye. There was one for like Missouri becoming a state. So if you know a Missourian, I think that's right? Let's see, what else did they have? Unfortunately, their website is not like super easy to navigate, so I'll do my best to kind of point you to some of the ones I see. But they have a gifts kind of page. So they have all different types of things. They have like ornaments, they have puzzles, they have one for sun science. So maybe you know someone who's like a science teacher or just really into astronomy. That would be pretty cool. I gave my niece, there was one of like Sesame Street. I think she was like almost 2 when I gave that to her. So it was really, you know, more for her parents and they hung up on the wall or whatever. One that I really wanted to draw your attention to is they have a whole series of Star Wars droids framed stamps. So they came out with a droids collection, and then they have like a different kind of framed artwork for each of them. So those are really cool, and those are about $40 a piece. So if you know someone who's really into Star Wars, that might be pretty cool, even if, again, they're not into stamps, but you can kind of play off some of their other interests. Let's see, what else? There's the Mayflower in Plymouth Harbor. So yeah, so I mean, just all different types of interests. Bugs Bunny, they have t-shirts. I mean, yeah, you can really go all out. One thing I thought was really cute is they have like a little tent for kids. So if you're buying for a child and you think they would kind of enjoy playing post office, that might be a really cute gift. That is $44. And I am not familiar with this type of, you know, toy, but I would imagine it's something that you can kind of, you know, take down and put up. Yeah, it says it's easy to assemble, includes a carrying case for convenient storage. Yeah, so lots of different unique gifts, I think, at the post office. The next one, I had to actually steal this from my bed. Is the Unhide blanket, and now especially would be a great time if you're not signed up for FabFitFun to sign up, because this is one of the choice options in FabFitFun this season. I think I said in my like what will I choose video that these would be great for gifts. But these I think retail for like $80, and I think a seasonal subscription for FabFitFun is like $50. And then they usually have additional ones in like their add-on store, so you can pick up more if you want. But these are just really soft synthetic fur blankets. This one is in, I think, the silver fox color. There was also like a charcoal gray and a pink. So these are great. Yeah, so I've bought multiple of these. We have 2 on our bed, one for me, one for my husband. I got the larger size for the couch that I think maybe you can see back there. So yeah, these are just incredibly soft blankets. I think I still have, and I still have one here all wrapped up that I think I'm gonna give my sister-in-law for Christmas. So yeah, I think these are just great. You know, I would recommend them over the Barefoot Dreams blankets any day. So that is the Unhide blanket. And then my very last suggestion, and what I think I'm going to be giving my dad, because he golfs, but I don't know anything about golf, and golf equipment and stuff can be really expensive, so I'm just not gonna do that. Last year I did give him one of those framed stamps because he's really into trains, and they released a stamp for the what was it called? The Trans-Pacific Railroad or something, like when the 2 trains met at wherever it was in Utah, I believe. So yeah, I gave him that. He has it on the wall. That's great. So yeah, so he's one of those people, I think, like me, who's difficult to shop for. So I think what I'm gonna do this year is there's a really nice kind of local farm to table type restaurant near where they live. And I think I'm just gonna, you know, print something out that says like daddy daughter dinner on me or something, and just have like, you know, a sample menu or something like that. Like, because I plan on going with him, I think that just makes more sense, and I'll just pick up the check then, as opposed to like getting a gift card and doing all that. So yeah, so I think that's good, especially, you know, coming out of the pandemic when we weren't able to kind of go out to eat really, and, you know, we maybe didn't see our family as often as we would have wanted. Going back to the whole like love language type thing. So one of the love languages is gift giving. There's also like, let's look this up, shall we? I think one is like physical affection, acts of service, so you do something for someone. Words of affirmation, like actually saying, you know, I love you or whatever. Physical touch, I say that. Gifts. And then the last one is quality time. So I think, you know, giving that gift of making the effort to have a, you know, arrange a dinner and spend that kind of time with someone, I think is really special, especially, you know, like when your parents are getting older and you want to make sure that you don't waste time and you don't lose out on time with them. So anyway, before I get super sappy and emotional, I hope these ideas were helpful. So another huge thank you to Anna Luisa for partnering with me on this video. Make sure to check them out to see if they would be a good fit for anyone on your wish list, and take advantage of that 20% off. As always, you know, gifts are a way to express our affection for someone, and they're fun, and, you know, they kind of make the season festive and everything, but obviously they're just kind of the icing on the cake for spending time with your loved ones this holiday season. So I hope you guys are staying very safe and healthy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.